What's going on, guys? So today's video is going to be an interesting video because it is more of a response to the folks who post comments anytime I do a video talking about higher end trucks, like the truck I'm in right now, which is a 2019 Ram 1500 Limited Edition. And when you look at a truck like this, it is simply loaded with luxury features, and you can easily tell that the goal is to move away from the traditional truck feel and give you more of a luxury vehicle type feel whenever you're in these things. So I wanted to take a moment and talk about that. Alright, so the first thing that you can easily tell when you get into one of these new limited trucks from Ram is that the focus is clearly on luxury as well as technology. Just the way they've laid the interior out, just the use of real wood, real metal, real leather, and how they've color toned the interior of this truck to really give that appearance of elegance as well as luxury. So everything about this truck really screams elegance and luxury. It does not give you that old truck feeling that a lot of people felt was synonymous with owning a pickup truck in the past. Basically, where you own a pickup truck and you know that to a certain degree you're giving up some luxury because you needed the utility of a truck. So all of that being said, I really think that people need to understand the direction that trucks are headed, what manufacturers are trying to accomplish with trucks. And when you understand that, you're going to understand why there's so many more trims, so many more models and different types of packages that you can get on these trucks. Shoot, when shopping for a Ram, there's no less than 10 different models and trim levels that you can get whenever you're shopping for this truck. Whereas in the past, you might have had 2 or 3. And the reason why you're starting to see so many different models, especially higher trim models, first of all, it's more profitable. They do make more money off of trucks, and that's kind of the obvious approach that you've seen a lot of these manufacturers moving to in reducing their car lines and moving more to an SUV truck model. But that being said, you also need to understand that there are more truck buyers nowadays. There are more people looking to buy trucks than ever before. And when you look at what they're looking for in a truck, they're looking to replace some vehicle that they had before, whether it's an SUV, whether it's a luxury car, and they're moving towards a pickup truck. Now, when you look at the different technologies and the different luxuries that are being offered in pickup trucks, it's all really based around the fact that if you want to capture buyers who would normally buy a luxury sedan or who would normally buy a high-end SUV, you need to be able to offer the same type of technology and features in a pickup truck. So when you look at what is offered in this Ram, this limited package Ram, this $70,000 half-ton truck, you can see that it's arguably more advanced than a lot of $80,000 and $90,000 luxury SUVs that you might have normally had to look at to get this type of luxury. And in many cases, you're not going to get this type of luxury in those vehicles. Also, what you're starting to see is a focus towards ride comfort and ride quality. Yes, you can easily say that if you're a truck guy, if you've worked a ranch or if you've worked in a scenario that you've been in a truck most of your life and you have a tendency to believe trucks have to ride rough or it's not a truck, well, obviously the direction of truck manufacturers are to make these things ride smoother, to make them more appealing to people who don't want that harsher ride or don't really care for it. You can still get a work truck package, and that work truck package is going to have a far better, smoother ride than any truck had 10 years ago or 15 years ago, or especially 30 years ago. So whenever you look at what trucks are becoming, it's kind of a natural evolution. They're making these trucks more capable, they're making these trucks more comfortable, they're actually lasting longer in stock form than trucks did 15, 20 years ago. They are becoming harder to work on, which does make sense. But when you look at the direction the truck manufacturers are going, they're trying to convert people who have never owned trucks before to these newer trucks, while at the same time having enough benefit over trucks that might be 5 or 10 years old to convert those people as well. If you want to take someone who's normally been a General Motors or a Ford buyer, you need to impress them. And if they've owned a relatively new truck from either manufacturer, they're used to things like navigation. They're used to things like high-intensity discharge headlights and LED headlights. They're used to a lot of the luxury things that you would expect in a truck that's only 5 or 6 years old. So in order to make that person become a Ram owner, or to turn a Ram owner into a Ford owner or a Chevy owner, you have to start introducing the types of technologies and features that are going to make them go, wow, it is an upgrade, or there's an advantage to switching to another brand. Because from a capabilities perspective, you guys know that they're all roughly the same now. They all have roughly the same towing capacity. They all have roughly the same cargo capacity. They all have roughly the same amenities. It's how it's delivered. It's what form they deliver those amenities to you now. In the case of the Ram that I'm sitting in, they deliver it to you in a very elegant, high-end package that makes you believe and makes you understand that the focus was on higher-end materials and quality, fit and finish. In terms of technology, they wanted you to see a larger screen. They wanted you to have the ability to kind of have that wow factor when you hop into one of these trucks. And that's the goal of the Ram brand, to convert General Motors and Ford owners and even Toyota and Nissan owners to buying their trucks. And it's a very effective model, because if you can truly come up with a differentiation between your truck and the other brands, even if it's how the interior is laid out, even if it's the build quality, or if it's just the way the luxuries are presented to you, well, then you have an advantage. And in automotive manufacturing, automotive sales, any little advantage could mean a conversion. And a conversion means I've switched from what I'm currently driving to another manufacturer because they did something I think is better. So that's really the whole goal of this luxury trend. It's not that you have to get a $70,000 half-ton truck. And if you do not want a luxury truck like this and you only want to pay 30 grand or less for a truck, you can get this type of truck for under 30 grand. And it's going to look almost the same from the outside. It's just not going to be trimmed up as nice. It's not going to have the technology. It's not going to have perhaps some of the power. It's not going to have some of the features. But you can absolutely get a truck that is the evolution of a work truck today in the work truck packages that these manufacturers offer. However, if you're driving a Lincoln Navigator, or if you're driving a Cadillac Escalade, or if you're driving a Lexus, and you want to look at getting into a pickup truck, they now have pickup trucks that can compete against those brands and those models in terms of luxury, features and amenities, ride comfort, while at the same time giving you quite a bit of utility in terms of having a pickup truck, having that bed, having the ability to go to Lowe's and not wonder if something's going to fit, having the ability to haul a boat or a small RV, giving you the ability to enjoy the perks of owning a pickup truck while having the comfort and luxury of a large SUV or a luxury sedan. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to talk about that because I know this is a topic that comes up every time I talk about these high-end trucks. Anytime you look at these super high-end trimmed out vehicles with all the features, all the technology, I always get a comment of somebody saying, why can't I just get a base model truck that has power windows, power door locks, power steering, four-wheel drive with vinyl seats, vinyl flooring with a long bed? And you can get that truck from all the manufacturers. Everybody makes that truck, and they make that truck at a very affordable price compared to a truck like this. This truck in a limited trim with all this technology is specifically designed to target those people who are trying to transition from another high-end luxury pickup truck from another manufacturer or a high-end SUV or luxury sedan. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and we will be back very soon.